Hi everyone, welcome for this new episode of the ESO News. We are the 5 May 2016 and today we are going to speak about DarkBrotherhood. This DLC had finally been announced for the 31 May 2016 or the 40 June for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It will cost 2000 krone or 4000 krone if you want the collector edition, which include a dire wolf and a Nixat bed plus 5 experience scroll, so it's exactly the same price that for the Thieves Guild. But not only you can expect a new zone, new quests, a new skill line and all the dailies that you can find similarly in the Thieves Guild, but in addition to the DarkBrotherhood DLC itself, there will be plenty of change done to the base game, including the veteran rank removal that everyone have been waiting for. The DarkBrotherhood is currently on the BTS. If you feel concerned by the change bring to the game, please go play the game and give your feedback. There is a forum entirely dedicated to the testing and share your opinion. Some players have been waiting for the DarkBrotherhood DLC for so long because it's a favorite questline in the other Elder Scrolls game. So here it is. You have it soon. The DarkBrotherhood comes with a new zone, the Golden Coast of Cyrodiil, with the city of Kvatch and Anvil that you have seen already in the game Oblivion. So they are back. You also have 2 new delves, Rota Cave and Galas Agea, and 2 new world boss, the Kvatch Arena, situated in Kvatch, and Liminourus, the Minotaur. You also have a series of daily quests, like in the Thieves Guild. You have bounty quests that ask you to defeat one of the 2 world boss or clean one of the 2 delves, but you also have contract kill quests that bring you all over Tamriel, and the Sacrament quest, which are the equivalent of the haste in the Thieves Guild. In addition of that, you also have the Litany of Blood, which is a collectible quest. It works like the museum in Orsinium, where you find different relics that you can display. Here you will have some targets that you can display after have killed them. You can also expect a lot of new rewards, which include mementos, a costume, dye, a polymorph, 1 attitude, this is something new that we are going to talk about, and of course new set items and a new crafting style. So as you have already understood with the way I spoke about the DarkBrotherhood, this works exactly like the Thieves Guild, so it is the same structure, including in the story. In the story you will have to be part of the DarkBrotherhood to help them. You will interact with different NPC. You will have a storyline for each of those NPC that you can help, and the storyline of the DarkBrotherhood itself. So it's not the same than the Thieves Guild, obviously. The atmosphere is different, the story is different, but the structure, it's exactly the same than the Thieves Guild. And it also has the same mechanics in terms of gameplay, where you sneak around, you have to avoid some guard, etc. You just have the Blade of Woe, which is an execute, which puts you in slow motion when you murder someone. So that's really new things, and it's quite fun, I must say. The veteran rank removal had been announced for the very first time in June 2014 during the QuakeCon. So it's a very long time. Players have been waiting for that. Some players have been waiting to come back to ESO, and they were waiting that the veteran ranks will be removed to come back. So here it goes, but it's also a little bit confusing. A lot of players are asking questions. I will try to explain you as best as I can. So let's start by the basic. Once the veteran rank are removed, the max level is level 50. But from then the champion point system will take over and will also indicate the kind of gear. The rule is 1 veteran rank is equivalent to 10 champion points. So veteran 2 is 20 champion points, veteran 10 is 100 champion points, and veteran 16, which is the actual and current maximum, is 160 champion points. So the endgame gear will require you to have 160 champion points to be able to equip it. The champion points are also shared to your account, not to your character, which means that your most powerful character and will apply to all your character. So let's say you have 300 champion points on your main character because you have played a lot with it. Once you reach level 50, you will be able to access to all the endgame gear with all your other character. The champion points carry over also your fresh character, so if you have a level 1, you will also have 300 champion points. But of course you cannot equip endgame gear because you're just level 1. That makes sense, right? You need to be level 50 first. Anyway, this will ensure that once you reach level 50, you catch up very easily the endgame. So now let's be more specific. If you are a new character that played the Elder Scrolls Online for the very first time and you level from 1 to 50, you will receive 1 skill point and 1 attribute point by level. Before you add also all the veteran rank to level, so you had 16 skill point and 16 attribute points. This does not exist anymore, so you will be compensated and you will have those skill point and attribute point during your leveling. More specifically, every level finishing by 5 you will have 2 skill points instead of 1, and every level ending by 10 you will receive 3 skill points instead of 1. So that compensates what you have lost and what was gone. In the same way, the costume that were rewarding you for each cap of veteran rank will be sent to you by mail once you reach level 50, I guess, or maybe once you reach a certain threshold of champion point. That's not very clear, but you will get those costumes, do not worry. For a returning character, what will happen? Let's say you have abandoned the Elder Scrolls Online 2 months after release, you come back in the game, you're veteran 10. What happened to you? You have never earned any champion points. Like I said, the rule is 1 veteran rank is equivalent to 10 champion points. You're veteran 10, you will be 100 champion points. You will be boosted immediately when you log on. If you are today a veteran 16 and you have not earned so much champion points, you only have 80 for instance, you will be boosted to be 160 champion points. For all other players, well, you have your champion points, the cap is still at 501, and there is still a catch-up mechanic that help you if you are under the cap. You are boosted until level 400 champion points, something like that, and then it slows down. You can still gain champion points beyond the cap, but you do not have access to them. Also, every character that logs in the game after the Dark Brotherhood, your highest character, so let's say you had a veteran 16 or you had a veteran 14, you will receive 2.5 champion points by veteran rank for a maximum of 40 points. From now, the veteran rank do not exist anymore. What will be displayed is the level of your champion points or the number of your champion points. It's the same for NPCs and a monster. Instead of having a level, you will see a number of the silver and the gold Cadwell area has also been releveled and rebalanced to fit this new system. So I hope it was clear enough. It's a little bit complicated or confusing. If you have any question, do not hesitate to ask them. I will try to answer the best as I can. A lot of combat change has been brought to the game, and it's explained by Eric Robel in a specific post. I will put the information below, obviously, but let me summarize for you. First of all, heavy armor. So now you have a new passive that increases the weapon and the spell power or damage when you are hit. So this gives you another dimension to the heavy armor. Basically, the longer the battle goes, more hit you take, more an advantage you accumulate. It gives more survivability to the heavy armor, but still you have a bonus in damage and spell power, less consequent of course than the medium and light armor, and so it's not just a protection, but it still gives you a little advantage when you're hit and you can do more damage. The charge abilities, it has been already said that they were working on it, and so now they have changed the coding and everything on back end to make sure that the spell will work even on uneven terrain. Of course you have an age limit, so you cannot jump in the sky beyond the wall and charge someone like this, but it should work a lot better. The damage shield, that's new things as well. It's a long time that Eric Robel was planning to make some change, he was hesitating, and now you have a 6-second duration to all shield, which means that you can stack up as many shields as you want, but it's really a strategic choice that you make because it will only last 6 seconds. The Dragon Knight healers are not happy about that, because the Dragon Knight healing strategy was all about shields, and now it will force the Dragon Knight to really cast shields. Personally, I'm playing a Dragon Knight healer, and before to Scream, I would like to see if it's not making the gameplay more interesting actually, because it's become a choice that you make. Now I want to cast my shield rather than keeping up the buff at all time. So if you are a little bit worried regarding this, I suggest you to go on the PTS, test it for yourself and give your feedback. The vampire skill line has been reworked as well, and the goal was to make the management of the disease more important and to give more flavor to the vampire whilst making it more powerful. So basically each state of disease will give you more you're going in the stage, more you will be sensitive to fire, but more you will have powerful attack and access to powerful passive, and less resource it will cost. So you really become more and more powerful, but also with a higher risk regarding the fire, more you're going into the disease. So for instance, at stage 1 you have no fire damage sensibility, which is ideal to go in dungeons. At stage 4 you will have the maximum cost reduction and all access to passives, but also the maximum sensitivity to fire damage. The abilities are also more powerful. For instance, Mist Form remove roots and Drain Essence heal for more. The fighter guilds has also been revamped. Now all abilities do not have this Daedra and Undead restriction, so it will do damage to everyone regardless. But you have a passive, which is the skill tracker, that were just giving bonuses for werewolf before. Now it gives 20% bonus against Daedra and Undead as well instead. So the fighter skill abilities will be more interesting in a stamina build in more case, because it's not only related to Daedra and Undead damage. Also the damage is now physical, so it fits more stamina builds and can beneficiate from the jump weapon star Mighty. Another very important change is the threat item change. So I will not list them all here in this video, so I really suggest you to read another thread, which is the patch note actually, where it's listed completely, but I will give you some example. So the weapon thread weighted has been changed and renamed to decisive, and now it generates ultimate. The armor, sturdy, for instance, now reduce the cost of block. The exploration had been renamed to prosperous and increased the gold looting, so you earn more gold when you're killing mobs. And the training threat that everyone finds super useless now increase all experience from all kills. Well, basically it's more useful in different cases than just the dungeon or the PvP, but you can also have a set of gear that will be very efficient for questing or farming gold or farming experience for your champion points, etc. And beside that, there is many other changes. For instance, let's speak about the poison making. So many people are excited about that. Poison making is of course part of the alchemy, so you need reagents, and those reagents you need to learn them first, of course. It's not new reagents, it's the same plant but have other properties. To make poison you need to use oil, and the oil will be dropped by monster, and you will be able to create poison like this. The poisons replace the weapon enchant, so you're placing a little bottle of poison in a special slot in your inventory, and that will replace your weapon enchant, so you will not lose the enchant on your weapon, it will just override it. The poisons are also consumable, so it will lose its charge after a while and you will have to replace it. Be careful with the Maelstrom weapon and the Master weapon, because it will override their unique abilities, but you are not losing it. The grouping tool has also been improved. Now you have a ready check that can be initiated by anyone in the group, and you also have a vote kick that can be initiated by anyone by just clicking on the person you don't like, and you can vote for kicking him. You need 3 votes on 4 for a group of 4 person, and I guess 11 on 12 for a trial group. The leader of the group formed via grouping tool cannot disband the group anymore. You also have a 15-minute cooldown if you are leaving a group formed via the grouping tool before you can requeue a new dungeon. Of course, once you complete the activity you had queued for, you will not have this 15-minute debuff. So basically it's to avoid people to leave in the middle of a group. So it has good effect but bad effect as well. Anyway, once more, you can give your feedback if you don't like it. Nameplate has been introduced in the game now. You can't disable them. They are disabled by default, you can add them, and in addition to nameplate you also have the life bar on top of character that has changed to give you more information. It's extremely ugly but very indicative, so if you're someone that really like to have good indication of debuff and stuff like that, you will enjoy those new health bar. A new collectible come in the game as well, which is hats and personality. What is personality? It's an attitude that you can give to your character. So instead of standing right like the justice, your character can have an attitude. So the first one, you unlock it because you have DarkBrotherhood and it's the assassin attitude, but there's others and do not know how you can unlock them, if it's some achievement or if it's something that you can purchase in the Crown store. But you have a list and it seems quite exciting. Very interesting as well, the item locking. You want to be sure that you will not deconstruct this precious piece of gear that you are keeping safe in your bank. Now you can lock it and you will not be able to vendor it, to put it in the guild store, to mail it, to put it in the guild bank, or to deconstruct it in the craft station. So that's very useful. It's a feature that people have asked for since a very long time. It's finally coming. You will also be able to purchase new character slots, up to 4. 4 is the new maximum. We do not know the price yet. Enchanting has been improved as well. Now you can use the lower enchant on more powerful weapon. which is quite convenient because sometimes you find some low level enchants while you were leveling and you could not apply them on your gear. So now there's no problem. Pickpocketing has been improved as well. Now every NPCs show off their profession, so you can guess better what you might find in their pockets. Another change bring with the Dark Brotherhood is the Sanctum of Vedia change. It's now have a normal and a veteran version like Maw of Lorcage, and in the same way it's scaled to the leader group. So you can do Sanctum of Vedia with a group of level 10, for instance. You will find also a new bannerment, which is called the Serpent Fang, and the Stonebreaker and Ozara difficulty had been a little bit tuned up. It also have improved rewards, and the leaderboard is tied to the champion point, 160 point, which is the equivalent, like we said earlier, to veteran 60. Some change has been brought to the Imperial City as well, some change that the people really wanted to see, some objective to fight and some reason. So now every district can be captured by an alliance. It works exactly the same way than the zero deal resources. So you have a flag with that is guarded by some alliance guard. You can capture it. Apparently, according to the feedback of some players, it's soloable. So once you have captured a district, you will respawn in that district. And if an alliance do not have any district, the players will respawn in the sewer. Now you will lose also 50% of Telvar Stone, regardless if it's a PvE encounter or a PvP encounter. So previously it was 10% if you were dying to a mob and 80% if you were dying to a player. The mobs also have been scaled so it can be soloable by some players. The bosses are still tuned for 2 players, and the bannermen and the patrols are tuned for a group of 4 players. The White Gold Tower in the Imperial City prisons also have seen their difficulty drastically change, so it's a lot easier. The feedback at the moment is absolutely not positive regarding this, so we'll have to see if Zenimax change their mind regarding this. You also have now the possibility to buy some rune box for Telvar Stone. Each rune box contains a collectible, and you can sell, trade or exchange the rune box when it's not open. Once it's open, however, it is bound to you. Let's see what the Crown Star has to offer this month, and first of all I will start immediately by showing off the limited edition that you may find this month. First of all, the Black Camel of Ill Omen. You will be able to purchase this month between the 12th May and 16th May. It will probably cost 2,500 kron. And the next one is the Dromatra Senshei that people were awaiting since a very long time, and it will be available during the weekend of the 26th May to the 30th May. If you want to see what looks the Dromatra, I have a video on my channel. I suggest you to go watch it. Now for the other feature, you will have some different costumes that are available starting the 5th May. You have the Dragon Priest costume, the Dragon Warrior costume, the Treasure Hunter costume that is available starting the May 19. And you have some pet as well. The Balfoyan Nyx Hound, you can get it starting the 5th May. And the Blue Oasis Dragon Frog will be available the 19th May. Some items are being removed, so you have the full list on the forum, on the website. I will list them fastly. So, in the costume, the bronze brocade robe, the dewy skin and chamois wood wear, the evening dress, the high colored coin ball gown, Imperial Battle Mage pack, Imperial Officer pack, Mage Guild pack, Soul Shriven costume pack. And for the mount, the Golden Eye Guar, the Palomino horse, the Chenche lioness, and for the pets, the Daedric scamp, Hellstrom ancestor lizard, and the Schonhelm shepherd. So all of those items will be removed from all platforms starting the 30 May. So if you wanted to obtain them, it's now or never. This week I would like to speak to you about Crossmat Sai, in case you didn't know her, which will be surprising as she's all over the place and she's doing a lot for the community, so she really deserved a big shout out. She's launching a new video series which is story time, so she will go through all the quests and she will publish an episode. So I have not seen the first episode, but I think she released it. But she has made a nice little trailer to announce this new series. But that's not the only thing she's doing. She's also streaming very regularly, and she's being very educative during her stream, really answering people's questions, showing off the mechanics of the game. Sometimes she even show a spreadsheet and such. She's a Crossmat Sai after all, so she's all into mathematics and calculation and theory crafting, and she shares her knowledge with everyone else. She has also a website, The Traveler Guide to Tamriel. She has been working on since a very long time, and it's supposed to gather all the information, but I know, my little finger told me that she's currently working to revamp it completely and that it will have a relaunch in August, and she's extremely excited about it. I think she's really working crazy on this. I guess she deserves her name. Anyway, have a look to her YouTube channel and to her Twitch channel, and follow her on Twitter. I've put all the information below. And for that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not hesitate to share it around you if you find it useful on Twitter, Facebook, your guild forum, whatever, and to leave me some comments. So I wish you a great week. Enjoy the Dark Brotherhood on the PTS, give you feedback, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye bye everyone.